Hello, this is Yaakov Kronenberg from Jerusalem, and tonight we'll be doing another class in a series of classes on Virgo ascendant and Mercury in the different signs. Tonight we'll be doing Mercury in Capricorn. So when we get to Mercury in Capricorn, it's an interesting position. It's a nice combination, actually. It gives a deep mind, right? Mercury, Capricorn is connected to Saturn, which, if anything, is very deep and very meditative type of meditative sign. And so it gives a good, strong, it gives deep mind, very practical mind, very, one of the two cunning minds. The best two minds, in my opinion, are like Scorpio gives a very, you can never pull anything over a Scorpio, and also a Capricorn. Capricorn Mercury is very discriminating, very, it looks things over very carefully. It considers, it's very sober sign. It's very down to earth, very practical type of mind. It sees all the different consequences of a person's actions. To me, it's a very nice ascendant. It's what we call honor of triplicity. Right? It's not because it's in the same. Because Mercury is in honor in Virgo, which is an earth sign. And so since Capricorn is also an earth sign, it's considered also in honor by the same triplicity. And as Mercury works good in earth and it works good in air. So whenever it's in an air or earth sign, that's very positive. And a person who's got a Virgo rising, that's also earth. So it's going to be a double earth. The ruler is going to be an earth sign, and the ascendant itself will be earth. So again, it's going to add to that practicality, very down to earth, very both feet on the ground, very worldly, a worldly type of person, right? And when you have the ruling planet in the fifth house, so there's going to be an interest in the fifth house affairs, right? Normally it's children, but in our generation, children are not exactly wanted so much. And so it also rules romance, it rules the theater, it rules performances, creativity, speculation, things like that, athletics even. So when you have that Mercury there, it's going to give a strong inclination towards romance and children and different things, theater, sports, all different types of play, creativity, things like that. It leads to a lot of affairs. I've seen a lot of people with the ruler of 1 and 5. They tend to have a lot of affairs, a lot of romancing in their charts, right? Especially, we're going to see a chart tonight of someone who was, she was a mistress of affairs. But in any case, just by having Mercury alone in the fifth house, it's going to give an inclination to affairs, especially in Capricorn. You have to understand, Capricorn is one of the more sensual signs in the zodiac, right? There's an expression, randy as a goat, right? The goat likes, tends to have a lot of affairs. One of the signs noted for that. And so there's going to be an inclination towards that in a person with Virgo rising and Mercury in the fifth house. But I know it's a nice combination because you like to have planets in the fifth house. The fifth house is considered a good house. It's trying to the ascendant. And there's a lot of positiveness in it. Tonight I'm going to look at a chart of a very famous lady. Again, an actress, but she was more than an actress. She was like an icon for her generation. Very, very important, well-known person. Her name was Marlene Dietrich. She was actually born in Germany, in Berlin, in 1901. So it's an older chart, and and she was very, actually she was very, I was looking her up, she was very actually anti-Nazi, and she ran away from Germany, came to America, worked against the against the Nazis. So that's one good side to her. And but she had, if you look at her chart, an unbelievable chart, she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets in Capricorn in the 5th house, right? And this is a woman who was, I was looking up on, again on the encyclopedia, that she was, you know, she had one affair after the other, plus she was bisexual. And she tended to go from affair to affair with all very important people, even got to President Kennedy, I think, and his brother. And so she really knew how to get around, but she had 5 planets in Capricorn, very worldly, very sensual, very down to earth. Not much spirituality, right, in a chart like that, where everything is so much earth, right? There's people, I mean, I've seen people with a lot of earth that are spiritual, but they tend to be spiritual in a worldly way, like, but she was tremendously earthy, if you look at her. Again, you do the quick reading of her chart. What do you see right away? Is that the sun is... that the Mercury, the ruling planet, is in the house of theater, the arts, creativity, and it's exactly conjunct to the sun. So already here you're going to have a woman who's going to be, a desire to be important, right? When you have the ruler connected to the sun, you see yourself as a leader, as someone who's important, and she made her name in the stage, in the films. And besides that, she also had the 3 outer planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, also in Capricorn. So she had really 5 of the 7 major planets in the 5th house in Capricorn. So very, very tremendous Capricornian streak in her. It competes strongly with the ascendant. So here's, even though she's a Virgo, here she's going to go, it's only like a half Virgo and a half Capricorn, right? And in a certain way, the Capricorn overpowered that Virgo nature of hers. And she became a very big film star, etc. And so you see that in the chart with the Mercury conjoin the Sun, and also, let's see, any other, and Mercury is also exactly opposite Neptune. So it's going to also add and Neptune is, of course, films, and it adds to that idea of films and motion pictures and things like that. And so it's a very interesting chart here. And I hope people enjoyed the class. Thank you.